Hello everyone. In this video, I talk about what happened to Moon Key. What happened was that it got deleted by accident. I was trying to delete the game that was underneath Animal Crossing save data, but instead of it being on the one underneath, it was on Animal Crossing, and I accidentally deleted it. I do a small build on my new island of Luna Key. I also talk to you about my neighbors' backstories in this video as well. This is a no time travel island, so when I am recording this, it will be each day and the times will be different. Firstly, I have never seen a map with the resident services where it's located. It's almost located on the opposite side of the map. Sprocket's backstory is that Sprocket was created in a lab in LA. In a rare summer thunderstorm, lightning struck the building where he was, waking him up. He looked around for his creator. No one was around. He searched the whole building and he found out that his creator built him and abandoned him. He left the lab. As soon as he left the lab, it started to rain. Sprocket didn't understand why he was abandoned. He's actually a really nice guy, but he doesn't get why he was abandoned by his creator. His creator didn't even give him a chance to even talk to him before he abandoned him. So Sprocket decided to walk down to Venice Beach. The rain stopped by the time that he got to the skate park. He stood there watching the skaters, not wanting to bother anyone. The skaters stopped when they noticed him and they started to walk over to him. Sprocket apologized for bothering them and said that I'm just going to leave. And he started to walk away, but one of the skaters said, "You're not bothering us. We just wanted to ask you if you wanted to join us. And we have an extra board if you don't have one." So he decided to skateboard for hours, and he was talking to his new friends. They told him about the Nook's Deserted Island getaway package, and he thought that it'd be a great idea that he could find a place to live and have a whole bunch of friends around. And he also wants to teach people how to skate and also to surf. He told the people at the office where the Nook's Deserted Getaway Package sign-up office is, and they told him about the lovely island of Luna Key, and he liked what the island stands for, and he said that he wanted to be a resident on that island. Once you find Red, all of the objects that he's selling is real for the first time. After the first time, it's not guaranteed to be all of them to be real. One might be real, two might be real, or three might be real, or none of them might be real. My starters are Cherry and Sprocket. I will go over Cherry's backstory again. Cherry's backstory is based on true events. Cherry decided to sign up for the Nook's Deserted Getaway Package because she had a boyfriend who adored her. Her boyfriend's mother treated her like a daughter, but her boyfriend's father didn't like her because Cherry was Gothic, and he didn't like that she was also a musician. Not a famous musician, just a musician that plays at nightclubs and bars. He made sure that they broke up. Cherry is very nice and didn't understand why he didn't like her. He'd follow them on dates and show up and make a scene and cause trouble at the location until Cherry and her boyfriend were told to leave. He kept doing that until they split up because of her boyfriend's father. Cherry's staying single because she feels that her ex is her soulmate and she's not allowed to be with him. So she decided to sign up for the Nook's deserted getaway package to start a new life over. I will still be making videos on Elwyn also, but I'm going to be also doing videos on Luna Key as well. The first thing I wanted to do is put a tribute to my mom in my first small build on the island. My mom really loved white roses. I walked into Nook's Cranny and looked at what flowers they were selling, and I saw white roses and I had to buy them. What I wanted to put up is a small little garden near resident services. It seems like that on my old island of Nightshade that my neighbors really loved the flower garden next to resident services. A lot of them would like to water the flowers. If you're starting over like I have to do, make sure every day that you search for your neighbors, maybe they will give you the reactions. For me, it was on the third day that I got reactions from Sprocket. And if you're having trouble getting Harv on your island to walk around, what I found is after you talk to Tom Nook and say all the plots are all put up, go and look and see if the plots are all sold, then save and quit your game. Wait till it gets onto the title screen, count 10 seconds, and then put it back on, and Harv should be roaming around your island on the first level, around pretty close to like resident services. On the day that you get your first lazy villager, Red will be there. So make sure that you go and find Red and do not skip getting Red. first lazy neighbor got me very emotional when I saw him on the abandoned island. I had him on a switch light island. I accidentally dropped the switch and it broke. My mom felt really bad that the switch broke, and she replaced the switch light for me. And also she bought me another game for Animal Crossing. But she felt really bad that I lost Elmer. And she said that if I could get Elmer back on the new island for you, I would. On my first Nook Mile ticket that Tom Nook gave to Orville, I found one of my favorite lazy villagers, Elmer. I didn't even touch any of the trees or anything. When I saw him, I automatically got my pole vault out and went over and invited him to live on Luna Key. I absolutely adore Elmer. He is such a nice villager. On my island that I lost when I accidentally broke my switch light, he was always talking to my second character, and he was always so kind to everybody on the island. He would always give everybody the perfect gift every time. He would never give somebody something that's insulting like Bunny did to Alfonso on my old island of Casablanca. I've seen online that Elmer is an underrated villager. It made me really happy that Elmer is back on an island that I have. I remember one time that Elmer was on, like I said, on an old switch light island that broke, but what he did was he went to visit my second character, and he stayed for 45 minutes when usually your neighbors will come over for maybe like 5-10 minutes for a visit. Elmer stayed for 45, and he was it just made me really happy that he stayed that long. My backstory for Elmer is that he was a very shy kid growing up. He kept mostly to himself. He didn't have a lot of friends, but he went to school with a friend, and she had a band, and he played guitar for her in her band. And he also did background vocals, and he sang a couple of duets with his friend. The band split up after high school, but their friendship went on because him and his friend went to the same college in Southern California, and she went to college for filmmaking, and Elmer went to college for writing novels. He wanted to be a author of mysteries, and he wanted to make a few film noir inspired novels. During their studies in college in Southern California, him and her decided to be in a relationship together. After they both graduated college, Elmer and his girlfriend moved in together in one of their favorite places in all of California, Joshua Tree. Elmer likes the heat, but he doesn't like the when the heat has very high humidity. Joshua Tree has a dry heat to it because Joshua Tree is in the middle of a desert. Joshua Tree is 127 miles away from Los Angeles. A lot of famous actors and musicians are from Joshua Tree or like to visit Joshua Tree. It's very inspiring for people to write songs or poetry or novels. Elmer and his girlfriend were in a relationship for 10 years, and for the whole 10 years, they lived together in Joshua Tree. Elmer and his girlfriend drifted apart, and they split up, but they still remain as friends to this day. Elmer does call her, and he also writes to her. He decided to sign up for the Nook's Deserted Getaway package. They told him about the community on Luna Key, and he said that he wanted to move there because he loved what he heard about the island being a place where people can just find friends and start a new life. Elmer was brought up by his mom, who was a flower child, and he believes that people should be treated as equals, and he always has treated everybody as equals. He really loves to be around people, and Elmer's goal is to just find a place where he can relax and write novels. Elmer has 10 mystery novels already written, and he's working on his 11th novel. My backstory for Winnie is Winnie used to play basketball. She was the cool athlete. She would be friends with anyone, but they had to be nice. Winnie loves to discover new music and new styles of music. Winnie firmly believes that music brings people together, and Winnie played basketball until the 10th grade, where she got injured during the championship game. Winnie was devastated because they told her that she could never play basketball ever again. She was talking to one of her friends and telling him about her injury and she can never play basketball again. He told her that he heard her play guitar before and also sing, and he asked if she wanted to play in the band that he is forming. Winnie said sure, and the band continued on after high school. After high school, the band moved to Long Beach, California. The band got permission from the writers of a song they wanted to record. They tried the vocals with the lead singer of the band, and they wanted to try something different, so they asked Winnie if she would do the lead vocals instead. Their version of the song that they released had higher sales than the other band that released the same song. The band that Winnie was in also filmed a music video for the song. They filmed it in the deserts of Joshua Tree. The video was the most watched video. It had more views than the original artist. The two music videos are very different. The video that the band Winnie was in, it started out with Winnie walking down the road away from her broken down car. As she's walking down the side of the road, she's singing. Her best friend is traveling down the same road and sees her walking. He stops to pick her up. They end up getting lost in the desert. She ends up getting to the concert just in time for the show to start. The original artist video was just him driving in the desert singing. Winnie had to quit the band because of hearing problems. She retired from being in the band, but she still writes for the band. She wanted to live on an island where she could write her music and meet new friends. My backstory for Gail is that she loves to dance. She loves bachata dancing, she loves salsa dancing. She had an idea and she noticed that there wasn't a dance club in after school. She talked to the principal, which is the really cool principal, who had an open door policy. She asked her why there wasn't a dance club in school, and the principal told Gail that she couldn't find someone to teach dance. Gail said that she can teach the class. The principal said that it's cool with her if Gail taught the class. In school, Gail was dating Drago, who helped her teach the class. Gail and Drago love to go dancing on weekends. They mainly go to clubs where they can bachata dance. She had a lot of fun teaching people how to dance. Seeing her friends smile makes her very happy. After graduation, she lost contact with Drago. She went to college in Los Angeles, while Drago went to college on the East Coast. Gail wanted to open a dance studio in LA, but instead she got the beach vibe. When she lived in LA, she loved to surf and go to the beach, especially Venice Beach. She entered some surfing competitions and won. She retired from surfing and decided to move to a place where she can go and watch the waves come in and watch the sunsets. Gail also loves to take care of flowers. If you're looking for her, she's usually tending to the flowers. She loves to water them or just sit there and smell them. Gail is so kind and very friendly. She's always checking in on her friends. She loves to walk around and wave and chat with everyone. She is known to cheer her friends up when they're sad. She doesn't like it when her friends are sad. It makes her sad. Another thing Gail likes to do is she loves to sing. Gail is just fun to be around, and she wanted to find a place to live where she has a lot of friends, some peace, and a place to be with her friends. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.